Well, hello and welcome to the Informed Traveler Podcast, a weekly travel podcast where our goal is to help you become a more informed traveler. And I'm your host, Randy Sharman. Our friends in the U.S. have been busy celebrating America 250 this year, and the website RoamRight.com has come up with a guide on planning a trip to the U.S. around America 250. So in a few seconds, travel expert Onanta Forbes will join me to discuss what you should be aware of. And then we'll head across the Pacific and visit Vomo Island in Fiji. It's a beautiful private island which is home to the best luxury resort for families in Fiji and the fifth best beach in the world. It is quite the place. I'm excited to learn more. But first, let's kick things off chatting with travel expert Onanta Forbes, who joins us each week to talk about the latest travel news, trends, and travel tips in general. You can follow her on Instagram, Facebook, and X at Onanta Forbes. OnantaForbes.com is her website. Hello, Onanta.
Hello, Randy.
Our American friends are busy celebrating America 250. And RoamRight.com has come out with a guide to help you plan a visit to the U.S. I think if you're going to the U.S., even if you're not intentionally going to anything around America 250, it's pretty hard to avoid.
Yeah, they embrace, they're very traditional. They're very about their patriotism. So it can be a fun event, and it's all over the country. It's coast to coast. So there's lots of things that you can do. Like it will feature historic reenactments, parades, festivals, museum exhibitions. So like concerts, it's lots of special events from coast to coast. There's going to be tons of visitors, so make sure you plan accordingly. You can visit historic cities, national landmarks, and local communities are going to take part in this once in a generation celebration. So, if you want to visit, and there's like I say, many places to visit. Some of the destinations that are expected to be especially popular during the anniversary year is Philadelphia and Pennsylvania. One of the centerpieces of the celebration is the birthplace of American independence. Visitors can explore Independence Hall, see Liberty Bell, and take part in special anniversary events. Then there's Washington, D.C. It's also going to welcome large numbers of visitors eager to experience the nation's monuments, memorials. There's Boston, famous for the Tea Party, the opportunity to follow Freedom Trail, as well as many sites connected to the American Revolution. And then the history lovers will also like to visit Colonial Williamsburg in Virginia. And that's where costume interpreters and restored buildings create life during the colonial era. So lots and lots of places to go and see, as well as what what are popular, but what are, just locals as well, like communities just getting involved.
Yeah, it's a year-long celebration, and as I mentioned, even if you weren't thinking about going anywhere to take part in any of the 250 celebrations, you can't help but run into some. I'm pretty sure. Have you ever been to in the United States during Independence Day?
I have not. No.
I've been there twice, and
Yes.
it's really an amazing sight to see. I was in Washington, D.C., and of course they have all the pomp and ceremony and the fireworks. And I was also in Skagway, Alaska, which was more of a small town atmosphere. They had a small parade, and families are out there, and it was a really fun atmosphere. So I would encourage anybody to go and just see how Americans celebrate their Independence Day, because they are very patriotic, and it is a lot of fun and a lot of celebrations that they put together.
Right. And I think it's for Canadians, depending on where you live, it can be a short flight or easy road trip. And it's a chance to explore shared history between Canada and the US. So events like the American Revolution and the War of 1812 help shape both nations. And it's an extra layer of interest for Canadian visitors. So because the celebration is expected to attract millions of visitors, planning ahead is really important.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're going to see, or it's anticipated, that there's going to be an increased demand for hotels, transportation, guided tours and attraction tickets. And now that summer is technically out for like, or is here and school is out, you some of the destinations could sell out months in advance, particularly around the 4th of July and other major celebration dates. So book your accommodation as early as possible, and reserving flights, rental cars, train tickets, and guided tours well ahead of time can help you secure better availability and pricing. And it's also important to allow for extra time for transportation. Large public events often bring, as we're seeing with World Cup, traffic congestion, crowded
Mm-hmm.
airports, and longer security lines, and increased wait times at popular attractions, especially if depending on the level of celebrity that the person is. Like we saw that when the president of the US went to a basketball game during their
Yes.
finals, right? Didn't they
Yes.
tell you to go like 3 to 4 hours ahead?
Uh-huh.
So be careful of that. And so to build in extra time in your schedule, and it'll help you reduce your stress and give you more flexibility if plans change. And another useful tip is to monitor official event schedules regularly. So organizers may announce new events, adjust their schedules, or release additional ticket information. And then consider to travel on flexible dates. So visiting before or after busy holiday periods may result in smaller crowds or lower prices or just a relaxed travel experience. So lots of things to do, lots of things to consider, and always, as a travel professional, we always make sure, like for peace of mind, choose to explore travel insurance or travel protection options when you're
Mm-hmm.
paying for large prepaid travel purchases, and understanding cancellation policies and such. Because it is, you might not be going far, but you might be putting out some financial investment that you want to protect.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is true. We always want to remind people about travel insurance. And again, this write-up they have on roamright.com talks about heritage travel, and this kind of goes hand in hand of what's going on with America 250, and really here in Canada as well. There's all kinds of, and we talked about the Canada Strong Pass, which involves museum entry and those types of things. But there seems to be a rise in heritage travel where people are interested in historic walking tours and museums and battlefield visits and those types of things, right?
Oh, absolutely. And I think summer brings that urge to go and explore. And it's the opportunity for a family travel or multi-generation travel. And I think it brings a sense, I know for me, our family immigrated from Jamaica. So it's like, we're very grateful for the opportunity that we had to come to Canada and to live here. And blessed that, for us, Canada is our home. And so, and both Canada and the US have a lot of people that have come from different countries and have made this their new home, and I appreciate the opportunity.
Exactly. So, and if people want to check out the America 250 travel guide that is on the Roam Right website, it's roamright.com, America 250 travel guide. Lots of helpful tips. Good stuff, Onanta. Onanta Forbes is a travel expert. You can follow her on Instagram, Facebook, and X at Onanta Forbes. OnantaForbes.com is her website. Thanks,
Yeah,
Onanta.
thank you.
This is the Informed Traveler Podcast. I'm Randy Sharman. Just want to remind you of our website, theinformedtraveler.org. That's where you can find our contact page if you have any questions or comments about the podcast. You can also email me, too, with any questions you might have or show segment ideas. My email address is randy@theinformedtraveler.org. You can check out our social media pages, too, at facebook.com/informedtraveler, Instagram at Informed Traveler, or on X at Informed Traveler. That's where you'll find a number of videos and photos from our past shows and other interviews and stories. Plus, you can sign up for our monthly newsletter. It's released at the beginning of every month. Our July issue is now available. Just go to our website, theinformedtraveler.org, click on the newsletter button, and it'll take you right there. Or better yet, you can subscribe to it and have it arrive in your inbox each month. So let's head across the Pacific now to Fiji and learn about Vomo Island, Fiji. It's home to the best luxury resort for families in Fiji and the fifth best beach in the world. Sounds amazing. So to tell us more about it is Leon Pink. He is the general manager of the Vomo Island, Fiji resort. VomoFiji.com is the website. Hello, Leon. It's very nice to be chatting with you halfway around the world.
Great to chat with you too, Randy. Bula Vanaka. We say Bula from Fiji, which is hello from Fiji and Bomo Island.
Awesome. Well, hello from Alberta, where we say hello. I am looking at your website. It just looks amazing. And the thought of vacationing on a private island might be a little intimidating. People might say, well, I can't possibly do that. But your model of how to do this makes it for everyone. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a perfect location. It's only 35 minutes from the mainland, so it's very accessible. But it is a private island with two of the most incredible beaches on both sides of the resort. It's an incredible location right in between the Ozawa Islands and the Mamanuca Island groups, which are just two of the most divine groups of islands, very close to Nadi in Fiji.
So the question that you probably get to a million times, how do you get there, especially from North America?
We've got great access in the last couple of years. It's really evolved from particularly the west coast of the US. Firstly, from Vancouver, I think we're 3 flights a week moving up to 3 flights a week and moving to the newer aircraft from October this year. So Fiji Airways are operating the new A350s out of Vancouver direct to Nadi. So great access from Vancouver. Fiji Airways also fly from San Francisco and Los Angeles daily, and I believe 4 times from San Fran.
So then now you're flying into the main area of Fiji, and then from there, how do you get there?
Yeah, so it's 20 minutes in a vehicle from Nadi Airport, and then it's 35 minutes from Vunda Marina to the island. So you can have dinner in Vancouver, have an overnight flight, and wake up and be sunrise cruising to the island. It's actually when we see guests from Vancouver and Canada and the US come across, that morning boat ride when the sun's coming up over the Pacific as you're going out to the island, everyone's just mesmerized by it. It's a bit of an experience. All this rain, you're leaving a cold, grey Vancouver, and the next morning you're waking up and the sun's coming up over the Pacific, and it's like, oh, I'm on holidays.
Yeah, well, it must be. Yeah, again, I'm just going by the images that I'm seeing on your website, which is VomoFiji.com. It's like paradise. Is that how some people describe it?
Very much paradise. Yeah, I think, there's not many resort islands. Firstly, it's a private island. It's just the one resort on the island. There's only 41 villas. There's so many great accommodation options. The 2 beaches that surround the resort are both spectacular, whereas you're able to walk from a sandy beach onto a beautiful fringing reef and straight onto beautiful fringing coral. And so much so, the Mamanuca beach, on one side of the island was named number 5 in the world of the top 50 best beaches of the world. So that's on the island, and they're just incredible.
So when you say private island, some people might have a different idea of what it means. What do you mean? Like, and you mentioned that the resort there, so it's other people. It's not like you're just there by yourself. So there is other people and that sort of thing. But in a sense, it's private, that there's nothing else there, right?
Correct. Nothing else there. It's 225 acres of the island, but nothing else there. Just the resort. Our guests and the team that are working here. So it's there's and because it's so large, you feel that you've got the island to yourself. That's a very common feedback we get from our guests.
So, what are some of the activities that people enjoy doing there?
Yeah, I think for us, there's a lot of, firstly, just hiking around the island. There's a lot of beautiful trails that surround the island. So that's always, people love exploring the hills and the trails around the islands and going to just remote beaches around the island. People love all the snorkeling activities we have. We have complimentary snorkeling activities that take guests just to fringing reef around the island. So we
Hmm.
still, whilst you can go off both the beaches, we like to get to guests just to those a little bit hard to get to reefs that are just surrounding the island. So we have complimentary daily snorkeling to those locations. Guests love those, and they enter into other tours as well. So we have tours to surrounding locations, White Rock, which is a really famous shark snorkeling and dive location. We've got the mantas here at the moment for 6 months of the year that are just guests get to swim with the mantas. That's a very popular one as well. So we've got diving, and we've got plenty of amazing fishing options as well. And so surfing options from touring, village trips. There's a huge wide range of marine-based touring. On island, we've got a fabulous spa based on island, so there's a lot of spa options and wellness options that come out of the spa facility. Yoga, sunrise yoga each morning, and other wellness-related activities. A lot of guests just really enjoy quiet time on our
Hmm.
beaches.
Hmm.
There's a lot of, we've got Vomo Lili, which is the sort of the small sister island to Vomo. So a lot of guests just like having a private picnic on that beach, and just the absolute quiet to have that island to yourself is quite a spectacular experience. Got a couple of other adventure items. We've got the vapor jets that you can go, like a motorized underwater scooters that scoot around the reefs around the island. We've got the flight boards; they're a bit more adventurous as well. So plenty of activities. But guests also love just having long lunches and long early dinners and sunset experiences. So we've got two amazing dining locations that guests enjoy spending lots of time at those locations.
Nice. Again, it sounds amazing. Talk about the resort itself. You mentioned you got two dining locations, but some of the rooms that are available, and you were also voted best luxury island resort in Fiji as well for families. So it's not just couples we're talking about here; families are welcome as well.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a fabulous island for families. I think this the way it's laid out. We've got 41 villas all up. Seven of those villas are residences. So those residences vary from 5 to 3 bedrooms. And then we've got six two-bedroom villas in that 41 as well. So all really ideal for families. We've got an amazing kids club. We've just been accredited with Worldwide Kids, which is a UK-based luxury childcare association, really focused on five-star resort kids clubs. So whilst we've got beautiful hospitality and culture of the Fijian style of hospitality, and the way Fijians look after children is just amazing, but we've also got the accreditation there with Worldwide Kids. So all the team, the childcare team, and all our nannies are all fully trained, which is it's a great achievement for the kids club. So, and there's lots of we've got 3 tiers of activities from infants to teenagers, and there's schedules over 7 days for all of those children. So hugely popular destination for kids. We've also got a
Hmm.
doctor here 24/7 as well. So that's always just reassuring for our international guests too.
And this is an all-inclusive resort, so it's like once you're there, it's not like you're pulling out your credit card every time you eat or anything like that, right?
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, absolutely frictionless. And we love that too. And our guests love that. They love to be able to just enjoy all the dining offerings and enjoy the resort without constantly signing checks and things like that. And yeah, we pride ourselves on that, and the guests love that about the experience.
What's the average length of stay? Do people come there to stay? That's their Fiji experience, or do they use it as a part of a larger sort of touring around other islands?
Yeah, so most guests stay between 5 and 7 nights. So we're looking at generally about five nights is the average length of stay. A lot of our guests from Australia and New Zealand do stay a bit longer, and this is
Hmm.
their main Fijian holiday. We do have many travellers, say from the US and Canada. They will mix it up for whether it's a 5 night stay incorporated in a stopover to New Zealand or Australia, which is a really good option to do. I think you'll certainly return to the States or to Canada. I think extra recharge if you've got some quality time in Fiji in the middle there.
Hmm.
So it's just how much you can spare. I think some guests do choose to, a mainland experience and an island experience. I'm obviously a bit biased. I think you get a true Fijian experience on the islands, but
So
yeah.
how big is the island that you're talking about? I'm getting the idea that if I went for a hike,
Mm.
I wouldn't have to worry about getting lost. That eventually I'd run into a beach and know
No,
where I was, right?
exactly. Yeah, it's about 5 kilometres to walk around the island on a low tide, so it gives everyone a good idea. So you never get lost. We got good hiking and running trails each morning. So we've got a circuit that does a 5 kilometre circuit or a 3 kilometre circuit. So incredible views on those trails as well. But it's a great run or a great kayak as well. You could do the kayak around the
Oh, that'd be
island.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, just pull it into a beach and have a bit of a snorkel. Yeah, it's a great way to get orientated and enjoy the spectacular views of the Yazawas and the Mamanukas, especially at sunrise.
Hmm.
It's a great way to start the day.
Well, you get both sunrise and sunset, wouldn't you?
We do. Yeah, exactly. We
One
get
of the
the
great things
sunrise.
about not being a big island.
Exactly.
If you miss the
Yes,
sunrise, you can catch the sunset. So when
that's
is the
it.
best time
That's
to come
it.
to Fiji? I'm guessing that there's no bad days.
No bad days, no bad days. Yeah, and we don't have a really sustained wet season. Yes, we still do have hurricanes from December through to March,
Hmm.
but you don't get set in long, sustained rain and grey weather, particularly on the islands. Not as much as the mainland. I think the mainlands do get a little bit more rain because it's more mountainous and things like that.
Hmm.
But best times are for me. Yeah, now we're peak season now because I think
Uh-huh.
it's the Australian winter months and the New Zealand winter months. I think
Okay.
Fiji is hugely popular from June through to the end of October. But I love May, September, May and November. They're really beautiful months as well. And really hot from December through to March, but it's more changeable weather at that time. So you'll get a big
Hmm.
heavy monsoon in the afternoon from time to time, but super hot in the morning, but still spectacular.
Yeah.
And when you've
Well,
got the
and it's
beach
not
at
like you have to worry about crowds, right?
no, definitely not have to worry about the crowds. There's no hustle and bustle. It's very chilled. Everyone's very much in island mode, and it's interesting. I love seeing how guests just wind down that first 24 hours. You can just see them connect with the island, the culture of the team, and just really wind down and connect with the nature and the culture.
I would like to read some of the comment cards after because it's probably all the same. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. It was wonderful.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Is that the kind
No,
of
it is. I
feedback you
think it's
get?
good. Absolutely. Vomo's got just a beautiful soul, a lot of staff that have been here 15 plus years, and they just feed that soul with, all those relationships with repeat guests, and they know their children's children in a lot of instances, and that just creates a beautiful comfort, and they've got, the culture has just such an incredible emotional intelligence in the way they connect, and they're so authentic, and they've got incredible memory of guests and all the little details.
Hmm.
Makes it a real pleasure to work with them, and a privilege to be here.
Well, I bet. People can find out more information on your website, vomofiji.com. All they have to do is look at the images and go, It'll take your breath away, just the images. I can imagine what it's like in real life. Leon Pink is the general manager of Momo Island, Fiji, a job that probably thousands of people would take in a heartbeat, Leon. So I do appreciate your time doing this.
No, it's my pleasure, Randy, and a real pleasure being on this forum. And look forward to welcoming all your guests to Momo Island and Fiji in the Pacific, in the Southern Pacific. Thank you.
And that is our show for this week. If you have comments or questions, we'd love to hear from you. If you have a show idea, send that along as well. My email is randy@theinformedtraveler.org. And if you like what you heard, tell a friend. You can check out our website too at theinformedtraveler.org. In the meantime, thanks for listening, travel safe, and be an informed traveler.